Hey YouTube, what's going on? Let's talk about knife modifications, in particular, things that you can do to kind of better your overall chances of having what you need when you need it. And so I've been kind of binge watching a lot of YouTube channels for inspiration. In particular, I just watched a video from Ultimate Survival Tips, and it was a really nice basic tutorial of how to just add a few elements to your knife sheath and make a few mods to the blade itself, such as putting a 90-degree spine on your knife and to patina it if it is high carbon steel. Now, these knives are Baco knives made by Mora Knives, and these are all the stainless steel variants, so I don't need to patina the blade. But I did go ahead and do the 90-degree spine modification. And so they all have a nice sharp spine so that it can be used on a fire steel, a piece of flint, or whatever. On two of the three, I also put an additional retention and a piece of elastic cording there just to give more retention on the upper end of the handle. And then what I did that I didn't do before these mods is that I added cording. I put cording on the sheath. And so I first started out with a base of waxed nylon thread. And then on top of that, I put parachute cord. Two of these, this is going to be the woodland camo, and this is going to be the 3M single thread reflective safety orange paracord, 550 type 3, obviously. And so this is what I did. So I made sure I have cording and then a means to make fire, at least sparks. And so on this one, I have a Coghlan's Fire Steel, and then these two are kind of like the more traditional military. It's like the magnesium bar with a piece of flint that's actually glued to the side of the bar. And so that's kind of the deal there. And on the back here, I put spare strikers on each one in case I didn't want to use the spine of the blade. So you have the larger Coghlan striker, the smaller magnesium bar strikers as backup strikers. You will see also a little bit of a difference in how these were wrapped. Some of these were wrapped only so far, and then this one's almost a full wrap, and this one's even more minimum. So you have different wraps, just more of an experiment to see how I would like that. I also, on two of them, which would be this one and the middle one here, I put the ability to attach it to maybe like some kind of pack or a chest rig, or if you're using it for belt carry, you could use this to tether it to the thigh if you wanted it to snug up to your thigh even more. So a means of attachment. You could also, if you really wanted to, use it to hang around the neck. I think the knife is a little too large and just a slightly too heavy to be a neck knife. But for example, with the extra retention here and the loop, you could, if you really wanted to, invert this around your neck if you had no other option, or if that was just the most practical way to carry it at the moment. So these are just some simple modifications here. Obviously, you can go way beyond this and put fishing hooks, even a fishing kit underneath maybe the Ranger band, or even underneath of your wrapping here, of your cording. Some people put water purification tablets in there. They put a little button compass maybe on the back, attach it in different ways. I mean, it's pretty amazing. I mean, there's people who even put pouches on top of all this stuff here, and they tether it maybe with other cording or zip ties. And you could put a miniature survival kit in a pouch. It could be a knife pouch or a magazine pouch for larger knives, whatever the sheath size will hold. But there's a lot of things you can do to modify. And it's just a real fun project. Even if you just only have one knife and you're just thinking about adding a few things, these things really can make a big difference. And you may say, well, that looks like it might be just a little bit bulky there. It really isn't, relatively speaking. When I pull back here, you can see that it's not like it's that bad at all. And if you don't like things sticking out at all from your sheath, then don't put things sticking out. You can put very low profile, very thin things, and you probably won't even tell a difference on, in terms of bulk and weight. So these are just some thoughts and ideas, and this is just my new update for these three knives of different modifications I've made. I hope this was helpful. You guys take care, and thanks for your support.